Hey, and welcome back. First, get a nice glass of refreshing filtered water. Delicious and refreshing. You just feel it go through the body and it just feels so good. Then have a seat and listen to this. There was a time when my children were very young and we lived in an apartment complex on the northeast side of Indianapolis. And it was an amazing time because we learned a lot. I learned a lot. My children learned a lot. And we had a little table, a little plastic table with red, green, blue, and yellow legs that we sat and ate our dinner, lunch, and breakfast whenever we had those meals. We sat and we ate them together, that little tiny plastic table. Enjoyable times. When my children were asleep or when they were playing, I would go outside and I'd speak with the neighbors, have conversations. The ladies that lived there, most of us single parents. And we talk together and we talk about this is going to happen tomorrow or this will happen next year. And I would always talk about my dreams. I would always talk about what I would be excited about doing in the future. Now understand, at that point in time, I was living basically in poverty, as some people call it. But I always had dreams. I always had visions. I always had a plan for my future and knew that I would be going someplace and knew that I would not always be in that particular position, in that particular complex, living like we were living. But most of the time, the people would laugh at me. They say, Candi, you're talking about getting out of here. You're going to do this and have that. It's not going to happen. You're going to be right here with the rest of us. 20 years from now, you're going to be right here with the rest of us. And I would always say, no, I'm not. I'm not going to be here. There was one lady that would always look at me. She would never say she agreed with me. She never said she believed in me or my dreams or my direction. But she would just look and she would smile. I never knew that I would see that lady 30 years later. Never would have imagined that I would see her. Actually, it's 26 years. I said 30, 26 years later, I saw her. And it took me back. So I was thinking about something I read in a book called Warriors at Work, right before I started to do this video. And it spoke about thinking, and it spoke about dreaming, and it spoke about vision. And it specifically says, let me see, where is that book? Change is not about reorganizing, re-engineering, reinventing, recapitalizing. It's about rediscovery. 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 Let that word sink in. Think about that word. Remember the first time you discovered something? When I sat at that table with my children, it was discovery at every single meal. We discovered something. And when I sat outside, speaking with the women there, it was about discovery. Life went on, changes happened, the seasons came and went. The flowers blossomed and they fell and they blossomed again. And there came a point where I rediscovered what I previously discovered. And I kept my dreams alive. And that's what I want to encourage you to do today. I don't know what your situation is. Only you know what your situation is. The people at work, they may not really know what you're going through inside, but you know what you're going through. And you know what you want. And you know what you feel. And you know what lights that small flame in your heart. And you can see down the road that it's going to be a bonfire someday. Don't ever lose that dream. Ever, 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 ever. Keep it alive. Pursue it. And let absolutely nothing snuff out. Pick up your wonderful, refreshing glass of water again. Oh my gosh, I love water. Have a great morning, noon, night, evening. Have a great and magical life. Until the next video. See you then.